brand new thing. Gotta go places and do things. Maybe to forget it.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
So I work swing shift. It's an afternoon, evening shift, and I get home pretty late. The girls are still in school. Either we can see each other on the weekend, or I can get up early, help them get ready, and go to school. So, sleep's overrated. We walk to school.
Hey, Dad.
Your skin is extraordinary.
Love my girls. They're worth not having as much sleep. Easy. So why am I putting butter in my coffee? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it tastes really good. So we're here at the hair salon with Olivia. She's hooking up Melissa with some really good hair color. But butter, coconut oil, heavy whipping cream makes actually what I like to call a gourmet keto coffee. A lot of people don't eat breakfast, so this is a great way to get your fats in, because if you're missing a meal, that means you're not getting fats in. And we want our macros at 75% fat for our day. So you definitely got to get your fats where you can. So keto coffee or gourmet keto coffee is where to go. It's an easy way to do it. It tastes great, and it has coffee in it. Who doesn't love coffee, right? So kids are at school, got the wife's hair done, we're ready to make some coffee. It's gonna be real quick. I've already brewed my coffee. Pick whatever coffee you like. Decaf, regular, it's up to you. What are we gonna use? 1 tablespoon of butter, which is 11 grams of fat. So I'm usually out the door pretty quick. So I either use MCT oil, which MCT oil is a lot easier because I can just pour it in there, or I use coconut oil. It has a lot more flavor. The MCT oil is flavorless, so you can put it in other things as well. Pro tip, put your MCT oil in your tablespoon first, and then we're gonna do some heavy whipping cream. If you do the heavy whipping cream first, the cream kind of sticks to your measuring utensil. But if you do the MCT oil, that oil in there, you pour the creamer on top, and then it just slides right out and it gets all of it in there. I don't like to waste. I like every drop I can get. So, we got our tablespoon of butter. We're going to do 1 tablespoon of MCT oil, and this is 15 grams of fat for 1 tablespoon. So I'm going to do 1 tablespoon. Now, I like to do 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. Usually I get the full heavy whipping cream, but the store was out, so we got 36%. So this is 5 grams of fat per 1 tablespoon. So I like to do 2 tablespoons for 10 grams of fat. One, and you can see it's almost all out of it. And 2. Last thing I put in it is a stevia packet. It doesn't make it super sweet or anything like that, it just kind of takes that bitter edge off. Okay, so that should be 36 grams of fat. There's no protein in it. There's probably less than a gram of carbohydrate. It's just straight coffee and a little bit of stevia sweetener and fat. So when you're out the door and you're ready to go, this is what you need. I do about 15 ounces of coffee to go in my 16-ounce to-go cup. All right, so I put it in a bottle, a shaker bottle, because I use a handheld mixer. You can use a regular blender. It will create a nice little froth. I like this because it doesn't create that froth, but when I double the recipe for Melissa and myself to both have some, then I'll put it in the blender and have a cup for both of us. It only takes about 5 seconds. All right. Pro tip, make sure you unplug it before you try and wipe it down. You don't want to lose a finger. There it is. If you don't blend it or put it in a cup and use a hand blender and you just try and mix it, it's not going to work. The fats won't blend into it. You really have to use a hand blender or a regular blender to get it to mix very well. We tried to hand mix it and it just didn't work. All the fat would just rise to the top and it just didn't work out. But now when we blend it, it turns out beautifully. And I'm ready to go with 36 grams of fat for my breakfast coffee. Now, know that this will break your fast if you are intermittent fasting. So I wouldn't suggest drinking this if you don't want to break your fast. Also, if you use coconut oil has a much better flavor than MCT oil. Like I said, MCT oil is flavorless, so the coconut oil tastes amazing. It doesn't have a coconut flavor to it, but if you let your coffee get cold, like really cold, like it's been sitting around for a while, the fat will come back together and you'll kind of have chunks of coconut oil. Make sure you drink it while it's still nice and hot or warm. And that's my blend of the keto coffee. I really don't know what a gourmet coffee would taste like, but this is what I imagine a gourmet coffee tasting like. If you don't like coffee, you really should at least try this once. I would suggest trying it with the coconut oil because it does give it such a wonderful flavor. If you like this video, please subscribe, comment, hit the like button, and don't forget the notification bell so you get notified whenever we put out our next video. Thanks for watching.